Here we are on day number 14. That's right, 14, and we are sober and clean. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. After a minor setback over the weekend, I am back on track. I did not have any alcohol last night, and I am not having any alcohol tonight, and I'm not going to drink anymore throughout the rest of September. Like I said, I feel more confident in that now that I've actually had that setback. I think the setback was good for me. It kind of opened my eyes as to the benefits of quitting drinking and then also the negative side and continuing to drink. Now, what I was thinking about today is that it's not just the drinking that affects our mind state, right? Like it's also the type of food that we eat. It's the type of media that we consume. I've mentioned that before. How much sleep we get. Is it good sleep? And I feel like that with the idea or my future goal idea of getting to the point of where I can drink on occasion and it be okay, I think everything's going to be better for me because I will be in a happier place. I know I will because I'm working towards that. I think a lot of my personal problem with the drinking is that shit I was talking about before, not that shit, that thing I was talking about before about believing in yourself, loving yourself, and being overall optimistic and just full of love, right? I have a lot of love to give, and I know I'm loved, and there is love in me, but I'm not full of love. And that's where I'm trying to get. I've noticed myself out in public, like with people who have kids who are not well behaved, and it's like, well, you shut your fucking kids up, like, or driving down the road and someone makes a turn in front of me, like, motherfucker, what do you, like that sort of shit. It's tamed down a little bit, but it's in me. And like, I just don't think that that's good for any aspect. Like, I know it's a thing that a lot of Americans, I know for sure, are riddled with. And I'm sure a lot of people across the world have that as well. So I say that to say this, that if I'm further along that path where like, I'm doing the meditation and I'm more fulfilled and I'm more happy, I'm in a better state of mind overall day to day, then when I do go out for drinks socially, that's one thing for sure. I need to never ever do the drinking at home by myself thing. Like that's just not good. I don't think it's good for anyone. But yeah, when I reach that point and then I go out and I have social drinks, it's like I'm putting the drinks, I'm putting this or weed or whatever, like I'm putting that into an already happy person versus using it to be happy. And I know that I've said shit relative to that before, but I think that's like a different way of saying it. And it's, like I said many times, when I go through these things on my channel, a lot of this is for me. I love that it helps other people and that it opens all of our minds, but a lot of it's for me. It's like clicking in my head, like, yeah, duh, you stupid motherfucker. Not calling you guys stupid, I'm saying like me. And I shouldn't do that either, obviously. All these things tie together. Self-talk is fucking huge, right? Like, how do you talk to yourself when you're by yourself? All these things I need to work on. On that note, today was my second day in a row of practicing meditation, incorporating it into my morning routine of going out and watching the sunrise. So that's good. My buddy from Atlanta that I've been talking about, he recommended that I do like a 4-minute guided meditation, which is a really good intro. Let me know if anybody wants that, comment below and I'll send you the link. But it's just like anything else, right? Like practicing the muscles, right? So he said like do that same 21 days in a row, make it a ritual, make it continuous, and then we can move on from there, right? Like a longer, and you slowly grow. He's like, eventually you get to where you're doing 45-minute meditations, which is what I want. I think that's the part that a lot of people are held back by, is the daunting task of how long meditation can go for, right? Like, you're for to meditate, shit, that's going to take some time and effort. But yeah, it's working a muscle. It's working out a muscle. But I think that there is so much irrefuted evidence out there that it's huge and beneficial to do meditation. And I know I keep talking about it. Now I'm going to start incorporating it. I'm going to report back to this channel for me and for you guys of the developing process there and how it's affecting me. All good things, though. I'm sure all good things. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make this a regular thing or not, but maybe I will or maybe just a here and there thing. But I'm reading this book by Dr. Joe Dispenza called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And I did some further digging on Joe Dispenza because some of the stuff you read by him, like, if you're a purely analytical person, it can be like, dude, there's no fucking way that's true. You know what I'm saying? But everything seems to tie together, and there's a lot of people that he's helped with his methods, and the majority of the shit I like. And so I think that that's a new lesson I'm trying to teach myself is don't always look at the small little itty bits of negative shit, because when we focus on negative shit grows. That I believe in wholeheartedly, right? So, you know, if I've got a good thing going or you have a good thing going, but I spend my time analyzing the shit that's not good about that, then you can't let the good shit grow. There I am making shit click in my head again. And I think that for me, not drinking is how I open these crevices up. Crevices? Cracks? I don't know. But I wanted to read this one little line from the book. When we combine an elevated emotion with an open heart and a conscious intention with clear thought, we signal the field to respond in amazing ways. This is talking about the quantum field, energy in the universe. The quantum field responds not to what we want, it responds to who we are being. That's some deep shit. Regardless of whether you believe in Joe Dispenza or not, like that's some real shit. And he is a doctor. I don't even know why I said, you know, what I said about whether or not it's all real or not. If you look up Joe Dispenza, there's plenty of praise out there. There's people that have been to his seminars that have had massive improvements. I mean, he's helped people overcome ailments and medical issues that doctors told them there's, you know, it is what it is. You're fucked, basically. And he's helped them recover and get better. So there's got to be something there, right? It's got to be something. Breaking the habit of being yourself. We all have our own shit that we need to break the habit of. For me, it's just a long history of overanalyzing shit and focusing on the shit that's not so good and the possible outcomes that will be bad. But what we focus on grows. What we give our attention to grows. What we think, we become. What we feel, we attract. What we imagine, we create. Buddha. Buddha, 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 Buddha. So how do we get there? Well, for me, I know meditation helps and not drinking helps. And it's clicking more. I think I've thought about it from a surface level before, but it's clicking more today as I'm doing this video with you guys. My issue with drinking isn't necessarily the drinking itself. Sure, there's problems with excessive drinking and we can have hangovers and all these things, but the reason that I drink so much is because at my core, I'm uncertain, I'm unhappy, and I'm lost. But I'm finding my way. I see that when I go back and look at preceding videos and my growth that I have done since I started YouTube and started this whole journey. Like, I am growing and learning. There's just a lot of tangled webs of shit from my past. I mean, a lot of shit. And I'm just working through it the best I know how and the fastest I know how. Incorporating more disciplines is the biggest thing. Discipline used to be a bad word, but in reality, like, we have to have discipline if we want to grow. If we don't have discipline, there is no growth. And without growth, it's hard to be happy. Even with all the money in the world, if you have no growth, there's no happiness there. Unless you're on drugs all the time, I guess. So that's my rant for the day. But all these new enlightenments that I'm having, that I'm feeling, is more ammunition to continue on this road and not drink, not smoke weed, and push through to the end of the month. Like I said, weed's not really an issue. It's just fucking drinks, right? But like I said, this realization today, I think, is gonna help me push through. So until tomorrow, I love you all. Have a good night.
Trust you white in me again. Trust you white. You'll be sorry that